So help me out here. Clutch. What you doing? You ain't racing yet, boy? Clutch. Clutch. Where you go, man? Clutch.
Yeah.
I'm about to try to build me a LA team, man. But what you doing? You ain't racing yet, man?
Yeah, I just got into a race. I was
Okay.
doing something.
Oh, you got into a race, but you doing something. Which is it?
No, I was doing something, but I'm back now.
Oh, okay. Did you get a race yet started?
Yeah, but it just means it's one person. No one else joined.
Well, you need to go to game chat and talk to him then. Yeah, you need to talk to them. They ain't gonna stay in there, man, while you in the party chat, bro. You got to switch over, man. Go to game chat. You got to have to talk to them boys, or they're not gonna race with you, man. Most
No,
of
we're already in a match.
how y'all already in a match? You just walked away. I don't know, man. I don't know how you racing and you walked away. How you doing that?
Because I came back before it started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Let's see. This dude's sorry as fuck right here, bro. What the fuck?
What's up, everybody? This is the Professor. You're watching 2K TV.
Clutch just leaves the party chat. He don't say Avion, I'll catch you later or nothing. That's rude shit,
Welcome
man.
to special
And I was about to
edition
come
of
race with
NBA
that fool.
2K I'm Chris Manning here at the 2K Studios.
I was about to come race with
sunny
him.
Las Vegas at
Damn.
Summer League, and it's
How
a very
rude.
special Summer League because it is NBA
Not now, though.
2K23 Summer League. We caught up with some fans and, of course, the NBA draft picks.
Well, I'm sad I couldn't be there physically because I love
Damn.
Summer League. We get to see our first glimpse at the future of the NBA, and for those players, it's their first opportunity to get scanned into the game.
Yeah, we were there with them as they were getting scanned. Definitely a huge milestone, but it is hot in here, so let's take a look at the footage.
Boom. Boom. Shake the booty. Shake that booty. Shake that booty. Booty, shake. Booty, shake.
Johnny, welcome to 2K TV. Now, you were just scanned for NBA 2K23. Can you describe what the process was like?
I've
He
never
looks
seen
like
that many
Trae
cameras
Young.
in one setting before, but you know, it was a lot of fun just knowing that I'm gonna actually be in a video game.
I've been playing 2K since I was a kid, so now like getting my face scanned and not having to worry about making a player and
he's a
actually being
lucky
in the
devil.
game, I can't even describe it. Like, it doesn't feel real.
Oh, the first thing I do when I turn on 2K23, I'm going to roster.
Yeah.
All
Going to
in
my player, I'm
America.
going to edit, and he will have 99 everything and every badge.
You know, when you get into the NBA, you get an NBA logo above your player. So when you hop into the park now, you're going to be stalked by a lot of other
Yeah.
people in the 2K community. How's that going to feel?
That's what I just asked about, actually getting a logo, because I remember playing with guys like DeAndre Ayton. He loaded into my park, and I'm in college playing with my friends. I was like, let's go chase DeAndre Ayton. Like, we're just sitting around like NBA players in our park.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely finna step my game up. Can't be losing with the logo over my head. I know people are gonna be coming at me, so I'm gonna step it up a little bit.
I think it would be cool just to interact with the fans and different people. I think that's going to be a dope experience as well.
What does the game have to get right? Because you have a very unique look. So what do they need to get perfectly in the game?
I think it's going to be difficult because of my hair. I'm going to be changing it a lot, so hopefully they can be updating that. Just the overall look.
I pretty much said my face. I need my face to be clear.
Okay, so your face over any moves that you have.
Probably my shooting motion, and my jumping ability.
If you were going to select a perfect My Team, with you included, you had to pick 4 other players, past or present. Who are you picking?
Curry at the point guard, shooting guard Michael Jordan, small forward me, Tim Duncan at the power forward, and center Hakeem Olajuwon.
A lot of people don't select Tim Duncan. I think for how great he is I was just about to say he's underrated.
Underrated.
But he's like one of the best power forwards of all time, like top 2, top 3, maybe 1.
Maybe 1.
Well, you gotta say that now because you're a company man.
Maybe nah. This ain't mine.
We're here at 2K23 House of Greatness at Summer League, where NBA players and some of the 2K community are checking out 2K23 for the very first time. Cade, what do you think about NBA 2K23 so far?
I like it. I like the animations.
What are the biggest differences?
I see this thing says Music
too. I feel like
Demon.
the faces look a little more clear, look more realistic, so it's cool. I like the
Let
game
me
so
pause
far.
this game. I want to
Since
look
we
at
talked
something
to you
right quick.
last, you got scanned in NBA 2K22.
Yeah.
What has your life been like and about what I do?
And the Kings preparing for this road contest as they get off the bus. A group that is ready for tonight's challenge.
The next stage of the Earth's evolution was incredibly violent. As these 20 planets orbited the sun, their gravity affected each other, and they began to collide. With each collision, 2 planets combined. Over time, these collisions reduced the inner solar system to just a few planets. including Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Earth. Astronomers believe that the Earth grew to this stage in around 30 million years. We are now just 5 minutes into our story. But what was early Earth like? What would happen if a human had landed here? The energy from the collisions with other planets made the Earth incredibly hot. At around 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit, its temperature is more than 5 times that inside a cremation furnace. A human would almost instantly disappear in a puff of steam and ash. But even as our planet cools down, another danger threatens. A storm of charged particles is approaching the young Earth. It's so intense that it could end all chance of life. $4.5 billion years ago, a giant cloud of dust collapsed to form our solar system, the Sun, planets, and Earth. But as the newly formed Earth began to cool, it faced one of the biggest threats to its existence. A hurricane of deadly particles from the Sun. Boulder, Colorado. At the Space Environment Center, meteorologists monitor the storms on the Sun. It's the most extreme weather you're likely to see. A light breeze out there is 200 miles per second, and a low temperature is 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Around-the-clock surveillance is necessary because storms on the Sun affect us here on Earth. Space scientist Rodney Dirick knows just how deadly the Sun can be.
The Sun is a large explosion, and from that explosion, energetic particles are released.
These particles make up the solar wind, and they travel toward Earth at speeds of up to 1 million miles an hour. If the solar wind becomes too strong, it can kill.
We watch the Sun, and when we see something that may produce energetic particle events here at Earth, we try and warn astronauts, even airlines, about these types of events.
The charged particles in the solar wind are a form of radiation that can cause lethal damage to living cells. An intense solar storm could kill an astronaut caught in space. But the solar wind can also have a devastating effect on planets. The Earth is surrounded by an atmosphere, a thin layer of gases that protects it from the extreme temperatures of outer space. But when the charged particles in the solar wind hit a planet's atmosphere, they can strip it away. You can see how destructive the wind can be by looking at Mars. Over millions of years, the solar wind has blown away most of its atmosphere. Now there is no liquid water on the surface, too little air to breathe. This could have been the fate of the Earth. So why wasn't it? The answer lies in the moment of the Earth's creation. As the early Earth was forming, the energy released as material hit the planet produced heat. The heat became so intense that even rock melted. The lightest elements in the molten Earth rose to the surface, while the heaviest elements, including iron, sank down toward the center. Here, they formed a molten core. It's this iron core that protects us from the deadly effects of the sun's rays. Exactly how the Earth's core protects us is a mystery that drives the research of Dan Lathrop. In his laboratory at the University of Maryland, he spins scale models of the core to study how it behaves.
The Earth's core has dynamo action that makes a magnetic field. And that's a process where currents in the liquid iron cause magnetic fields.
Lathrop has found that the spinning motion of the core creates a magnetic shield that surrounds the Earth.
You can see it's mostly axisymmetric, but you're getting small details rotating around with the inner sphere.
To show how it does this, Lathrop has rigged up a simple high school experiment.
We can see how the currents produce magnetic fields with this simple demo. Just take some iron filings and sprinkle them down around this coil of wire.
This coil of wire represents the core of the Earth. The iron filings will reveal the shape of any magnetic field.
And then hook the coil up to a power supply. You can see the iron filings line up with the magnetic field lines, and the magnetic field lines are passing through the center of the coil, looping around the ends.
The electricity in the coil produces a magnetic field. The same thing happens on a larger scale with the Earth's core. Its magnetic field gives our planet its north and south poles. It also extends far out into space. It's called the magnetosphere, and this is what protects us from the solar wind.
Everything seems to make it into the headlines these days, except for this.
The White House's newest amendment is giving Americans free health benefits with an HSA card. Anyone who makes less than $50,000 a year is eligible to activate their card today to cover health and medical expenses.
Since I got my HSA card, I haven't had to...
Magnetosphere, and this is what protects us from the solar wind. As particles from the sun fly toward the Earth, the magnetosphere blocks their path. Those that get through are deflected toward the poles. Here, as they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they react with molecules in the air to create the aurora. The northern and southern lights. Today, the solar wind still erodes our atmosphere, but thanks to the magnetosphere, the loss is not life-threatening.
It's been estimated that between 5 and 10 pounds a second of our atmosphere are dragged out into the solar wind. Fortunately for us, even at that rate, the amount of time it would take to deplete our atmosphere would be many times the life of the sun.
The magnetic field produced by the iron in the center of the Earth played a vital role in our planet's evolution. Without it, we wouldn't have any air to breathe. On our clock, in which 12 hours represents the whole history of the Earth, just 6 minutes have passed. The Earth still doesn't look like the planet we know, but could a human now survive on its surface? It's possible that the Earth may have cooled enough.
I like shit like that, man. I get off on it. Yep.
Beautiful look down at Staples Center at downtown LA. Our setting for basketball tonight. Welcome to 2K Sport. Hey, Allie.
VA Technology.
Boy, he is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there, Allie. Now the starting group for the Sacramento Kings. Fox and Halliburton are the guard set. Then there's Barnes, and it's Booker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, we've got Zach LaVine. Anthony Davis is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Reed in at the 3 slot. Grant, you won Rookie of the Year. You feel that a rookie wall is a real thing this time of the season?
I think it is, B.A. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but 30 games versus 82 games is a serious difference. The physicality of the NBA can also wear down a rookie.
Fox, the pass to Booker. Halliburton on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Money. He's covered by Fox. Launches a 3. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Fox. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. We played just over a minute here in the first. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Halliburton for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Oh, wow.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Here's Fox. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. The teardrop. Clock at 6. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Money. Hauled in by the Kings. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
You hate to lose it at the line, especially when you're getting what you want in other areas of the game. Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Well, we hear about NBA players whose dads played in the league or overseas. But for Tyrese Halliburton, his father, John, was a referee.
I mean, that man, Tyrese, was exposed to the game at such a young age. His father, John, took him to basketball camps starting in preschool. And when you watch how Tyrese plays, it's obvious he has a great feel for the game.
Halliburton outside. Three-pointer. And it's Fox missing. The Lakers have gone 3 of 6 since the tip. Here's Money. Here he goes. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Halliburton, the pass to Barnes. That shot, no good. Davis with the defensive effort. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
This is where Levine has really expanded his game, avoiding tunnel vision and getting others involved.
And Fox powers it home.
A brilliant